Well, my friend Peter Neville, he's over in Bristol and he's searching for something as well, but in his case, he's searching for a disappearing cat.
Honey. Honey.
Today we've come to this Bristol home to meet Nick James, who would love to spend more time with her cat Arnie, but he's very elusive.
Arnie. Arnie. Arnie.
What sort of cat is he?
He's a Balinese.
Yeah, Balinese.
Oh, very lovely.
He's
Lovely
a
cat.
lilac point Balinese.
Lilac
so he is
point.
very beautiful when you
Absolutely
actually see
very
him.
beautiful, and he would be absolutely lovely sat here
He'd
on
be
our
gorgeous,
laps, wouldn't he? And we could
perfect.
be stroking him,
Yes.
and he'd be making us feel better, reducing our heart rate,
Absolutely.
reducing our exposure to modern ailments, backache,
Yes.
making us take less days off work,
He would.
generally making our feeling of well-being and better and raising our immunity to disease.
Absolutely.
As it
Instead
is,
of which, he's raised our stress levels enormously.
he's cleared off.
Absolutely.
And really that's the problem, isn't it?
Well, it is really, yeah. He's very shy, and he acts as if he's sort of got a persecution complex, really. He skulks around. He does come into the house quite a lot, actually, but he does tend to skulk around a lot.
Right.
And he sort of slinks about, and he'll go very flat, doesn't
Does he keep to the edges? Of the,
Yes,
the
yeah, he
rooms?
goes right round the edges of things, and he'll go flat down onto his tummy, won't he?
Yeah.
And he looks, and he sort of looks up and meow, meow, meow. Honey, 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 where are you?
Has he always been like this, or when did he change? When did he...
No, he was always relatively shy, certainly shyer than my other cats. But we had another cat, an elderly cat. Well,
What's
he
his
was
name?
elderly eventually, anyway. Monster, he was called.
Monster,
And
okay.
he eventually was put down, sadly, not this Christmas, the Christmas before. And then Arnie took on this manic kind of yowling that he used to do. And with it, I think it's almost like he frightens himself, and he's now gone into this strange kind of... He yowls and goes, oh, oops, what was that? Oh, it was me, you know, and kind of, oh.
So he's become afraid of himself almost.
Well, it actually almost seems a bit like that, yeah.
It's quite a common scenario that you have this, this quite sensitive character who gets used to life, with other cats or with other animals, and then one animal dies, and the characters of all the others change.
Yeah,
and I think one of the things he definitely will need is a place that's suitable for a cat, and cats, as we know, are climbing animals, and when they're trying to avoid interference and conflicts and challenges on the ground, they like to go up.
Oh, right.
And one of the things that we can see around your living room here particularly is that there isn't a place that's high for him to get away.
Yes.
So therefore he's skulking around the edges, getting under furniture, behind settees and so
Right,
on.
yeah.
And I know that they can often conflict with your concepts of good design, but some of these internal, these indoor climbing and activity
Right,
centres for
yeah,
cats
yeah.
can be exactly what a cat needs, and high up with a box on the top where he
Right.
can look out, or simply just sit up on, like he's on a high branch or on a
Yeah,
roof, and
yeah.
say, okay, I can see what's going on. There's a lot of noise going on. There's a few children playing and so on, but I'm safe up here.
Right.
And there are various sort of medical approaches to this type of problem, both on the traditional medicine front. There are various herbalistic approaches and Bach's flower remedies and
I was just thinking about that.
homeopathic
yes,
things,
yeah.
which can quite often just relax the cat down, as well as some of the more modern drugs, which don't have the old nasty side effects of things like Valium.
Right.
These sorts of things can just relax him to the point where he now learns that the world isn't against him.
Right.
And it might be worth having a chat with your vet. And the typical thing with these sort of nervous withdrawing cats is that once you turn the corner and they start to face some of their demons, they improve just as quickly
Right.
as they've slipped back.
Yes.
They learn to cope. So I would suggest, if you can ever find Arnie, that might be a few approaches to take.
Yes.
And what, of course, you must never do is chase him around trying to be nice to him,
No.
because any approach is an additional threat.
Honey. Honey. Honey, where are you? Honey.
By using a combination of methods, the family will hopefully see more of Arnie. It will take a lot of time and patience, though.
Well, now it's time to join Peter Neville, our pet therapist, and he's dealing with more of your animal's strange behaviour in his Problems Roadshow. This week we're visiting the Kingswood Dogs Training Club in Bristol, and a very loving but energetic lurcher is the problem for Peter.
Any problems?
Only two. One, he chases cats.
Right.
And two, I'd like him to come back when I call him.
He's called, right. Well, the chasing cats bit, unfortunately, is something that he's designed to do. And trying to undo it is virtually impossible. After all these years of selective breeding, he's designed to chase small, furry prey. His recall problem, which of course is the reason why you couldn't let him off anywhere, I guess, is not as difficult as it sometimes sounds. A lot of people just let their dog off and then stand there screaming and calling and running in the opposite direction and all these things, shouting, come here, come here. And when the dog finally turns up, give him a good hiding for being late, which of course tells him to stay away next time. So what we actually do is we begin right up close and we say to him, come here. And we give him a treat. And we're doing this right an inch away from his nose. Hugo, come here. Good boy. Come here. Good boy. And then all I do is take a few steps backwards, okay, and make it slightly more difficult for him. Hugo, come here. Now he has to come to me to get the treat. He doesn't know what come here means. He just knows it's the signal that goes with come here. Good boy. All right. Now if you can set that up with a friend, someone who's got him on an extendable lead or a long line, and just slowly get further and further back, eventually, when you go out for him, he'll be starting to listen out for come here. And if you've always got a supply of these in your pocket, then he's always going to come to you, or much more likely to. So that's the sensible way to treat a recall problem. If you can get that really well, who knows? You may even be able to call him off a cat. But I doubt it. Hugo, come here. Good boy.
If you have a problem for Peter Neville or would like a copy of the fact sheet that accompanies the series, write to People and Pets, HGV Community Unit, 13 Midland Road, Bristol, BS2 OJT, or you can access our website. Well, I've had a fabulous time here at Prinash Bird Park. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Just one job left for me, and that's feeding the birds, of course. Well, do join us next week on People and Pets when we'll be at Court Farm Country Park near Weston-super-Mare. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.